Hi everyone, it's Dr. Cordell McNulty, and I wanted to make a little video to talk about the program updates that are happening this fall or are happening in the future or have happened this summer. I thought it would be a lot easier to do this in a video format instead of an email because there's a lot of details I want to fill you in on, and it's so much easier to just tell you versus trying to type them. So first of all, welcome back to all returning students and welcome to all new students. I hope you've had a really good summer. I know a lot of you were taking classes and I know a lot of you weren't, so hopefully things are going well for you and you're ready to start the fall semester. So I wanted to start with what's been going on this summer, and there's been lots of stuff going on. A lot of things have been happening behind the scenes. I've been working on a whole bunch of different projects that affect the applied program, and finally we're getting to see some of them move forward. Some of these projects I've hinted at in the past, and some I've not hinted at all. They're going to be a total surprise. So I want you to know, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of some of the things that are going on. And by the way, you need to stay tuned and listen to me go through all the stuff, because at the end, there's something I think you're all going to be really excited about. So without further ado, let's start on some of the things. The first one is the website. So I've been telling you guys for about 1-2 semesters now that I realized that the Department Applied Psychology website is really hard to use and it needs updated. There's a lot of questions that students ask, and whether that's prospective students or you guys who are actual students in the program, that you ask me questions and I'm like, well, the answer's on the website. And what I found is that the website is just a mess, for lack of a better terms. So back in March, I started talking to communications and marketing about getting the website totally redone. Just so you know how it works here, in our department, we have a couple people who can actually edit and do minor changes to the website, but we don't have anybody trained in website design. So to do a total overhaul of the website requires that we get people involved from communications and marketing. The only issue that comes up with that is the people in communications and marketing work across the whole university, and basically projects get prioritized. And I think one of the things that kind of happened with us is that our program is actually doing really well. And I think it doesn't seem like it's a major priority. I think programs that were hurting got some attention before we did. That being said, this summer they've been talking to me back and forth about some of the things going on, and any day now I'm supposed to have the plan of the new website design. So still a work in progress, but I'm really hoping it's going to be up and running soon, and I really hope it's up this semester so that you'll be able to use the website to answer questions. So when you want to know what courses are on the teaching certificate, you'll be able to find that easily on the website. So please know I've been working on that, and I'm also getting trained in basic editing, and so the university will give me a password at the end of September after I go through training. So then I'll be able to do some of the minor editing and a little bit of the design stuff, but hopefully by then the new site will be up and it'll be good to go. So working on that. Other things that are going on that we've been doing behind the scenes are working on promotional and instructional videos for the program. So one of the things that we wanted to do is get some recruitment videos and different things going, so when prospective students are looking at the program, they have a better idea. Because I know one of the most common questions I get asked is, what exactly is a degree in applied psychology and what can I do with it? So we want to make a little 3-minute, 5-minute video about that so people can see. Okay. Now, I know you're thinking you're already here, so that's kind of irrelevant for you. So on the other side of that too, besides just making things to bring in students, we wanted to make some instructional videos as well. And these would be videos showing you, for example, how to do things. So maybe a video showing you how to put yourself on the wait list, or now that you've been accepted to ASU in the applied program, what are your next steps? So we're working on creating some of those. And probably when we get to that point, I'll actually solicit you guys and ask, hey, what are some things you wish you would have had a video on that would have made your life a lot easier? So we're working on that. Please know this is kind of the same problem as the website. It's another work in progress because we're working through communications and marketing, because what we want to do are really professional looking ones. So yeah, I can do this here, what you're seeing now, something kind of simple, but we want to do professional looking ones, not just ones that I'm taking on my iPhone. videos. And so to do that, we have a videographer on campus, and that's all that person does. They were actually hired over the summer, so this summer they've been settling in, and he told me that they're getting all their new videography equipment is coming in this fall. So once again, hopefully this fall we'll get working on that so it can help you guys and of course help future students as well. Okay. Another big thing I'm super excited about is social media. So we are finally moving into the social media age. I have a Facebook page already up and running, and we've got a YouTube page too, which is hopefully where you're accessing this video if everything goes according to plan. So on the Facebook page, please feel free to post things on there. I am going to be monitoring it as the admin, that nothing is allowed to be posted without me approving it first. But what I'm going to use the Facebook page for is we're going to use it for current students and recruiting. So anytime, for example, we get a national ranking, we're going to put that on the Facebook page. Big ASU news, going to go on the Facebook page. Anytime our students do something awesome, like presenting at research presentations, research conferences, all that kind of stuff, now we have the Facebook page. So it's much easier to post stuff, to be able to use pictures for you guys when you're doing something, because most of us aren't local to San Angelo. So when something cool is going on, you can actually send a picture so everybody can see. It's also going to allow you guys as students to be able to make contact easier with other students. One of the big issues that we have in an online program is while through Blackboard you can make contact with students who are currently in your courses, we really don't have another way for you to connect with other students within the program. Because I know sometimes you want to ask other students what they did in that situation versus asking me as a director. So the Facebook page will allow you to be able to connect with other students and have that happen. I'm also hoping to use it for job postings anytime I come across job postings that I think are applicable to most of our students. I'm going to post them there. So if you have ideas or thoughts about things you'd like to see on the Facebook page, please let me know. As I said, you're welcome to post to it. Just know that I will be moderating everything, and you won't get it posted until I approve it. So of course keep in mind what you're posting there. Same thing with the YouTube. Basically, we're going to use the YouTube to house a lot of those videos that we're hoping to make, as well as connect to some of the other ASU YouTube things that are going on. So hopefully we're going to be moving into social media smoothly. And I'm also in the process, guys, of getting some official logos just for applied psychology drawn up for us. But of course, that's another thing that takes a little bit of time to do. So hopefully that'll be happening soon. And, okay. So I know you've been waiting for it. That's probably the whole reason you're watching this video. Big news. Okay, really, really big news. In fact, news that I didn't think I would be able to be sharing with you for another year. Big news. I mean, like, huge, huge, epic. I can't even tell you how unbelievably excited I am about this. Now, just so you know, I can't give you all the details yet because all the details have not been worked out. Okay, so I know you're going to have a lot of questions, and unfortunately I don't have answers for them all yet, but we wanted to tell you anyway. So we have been approved to offer, you ready for it? An online teaching assistantship for applied psychology students. This will be an online paid position for one student each semester in the applied program to get experience teaching an undergraduate online psychology course. So I hope I hear screaming on the other end. Of course I can't because I'm doing this video by myself, but I hope some of you are jumping up and down because this is huge. One of the big issues that I've been trying to figure out how to get around is a lot of you guys want to teach. We got this teaching certificate and I think it is awesome. I'm a little biased, but I think what we're doing is really awesome and kind of getting you as much experience as we can without actually letting you teach. I talked to Dr. Forbes, our department chair, and we talked to Dr. Mayrand, who is the dean for our college, and we said, this is something we really want to do. We think our students could use some teaching experience, and it's one thing to give them classes in it, it's another to actually get them experience. And everybody agreed, thought it was a great idea. And that's one thing, because I figured we'd get the, okay, here's a great idea, that's awesome. But not only were we told it was a great idea, we received funding for it. And that's really the kicker when we talk about creating new assistantships and things like that, is where's the money going to come from to pay for it? We've already been funded, and I'm even hoping to start this process in spring. I am hoping that one of you guys listening to this video right now will be an online teaching assistant for the spring. That's what we're hoping. Now, so like I said, I know this has probably created way more questions than I have answers for. So just so you know, let me outline what I know so far. We want to get this started in the spring. I cannot promise that it will be started in the spring. Okay, this will be open to applied students only. It won't be open to anyone else. And it doesn't matter if you're in San Angelo or you're not, because it's online. There's going to be some basic requirements for the position, but they're not in place yet. So for example, I believe we'll probably be following, because the university has policies for what a teaching assistantship and what a teaching assistant must have. We're a little different because we're online, but we're probably going to be following most of the same things. So the current policy for teaching assistants is that they must have 18 graduate hours already completed before they're allowed to be a teaching assistant. We are probably going to follow that, but that's not official yet. Also, I don't know that this will be in place for the first semester, so for this spring, but it will be definitely in place for next fall. We're going to require that you have taken Psychology 6361, Teaching of Psychology, before you're allowed to be a teaching assistant. We may not put that in place, like I said, for spring, but it will be in place for fall. So I want you to take that course, have some training in it before you're actually in this. As I said, I don't have completely all the logistics, how it's working out. This right now, I'm going to be in charge of this, so whichever student we select as a teaching assistant will basically be working under me. I will be the professor on record for the undergraduate course, but the teaching assistant will be working with me and will be doing pretty much most of the day-to-day activity that goes on in an online course. So they'll be able to say and have proof that they were the teaching assistant for the course. The pay, you can look up, it's probably going to be standard teaching assistant pay, which I do not remember off the top of my head, so you can look that up on the ASU website. It will only be a semester long because we want to get as many students running through this as possible, and right now it's only one student per semester. So I know there's a lot of you guys interested in this, and of course you'd like to hear that I'm going to offer multiple ones, but right now we need to start out with this, make sure this is successful, and maybe we can expand it in the future, who knows. We've already talked about some different ways that we can expand this to include more students. It will be a competitive application process. So you'll be filling out ASU has a graduate assistant, teaching assistant application. You'll be filling that out. You're going to have to send in rec letters, and then we'll likely interview the top students for this. And of course, that'll all be done online for you guys that aren't here. The big issue that we're hitting right now, and I'm currently working with Dr. Keith, the Dean of the Graduate School, is there are no online assistantships at all at ASU. Nobody does a totally online one, so we're really breaking ground with this. And anytime you're breaking ground, you often hit a lot of hurdles along the way. So we're trying to get all the logistics smoothed out before I give you further information about, when the application deadline is, what exactly we're going to require. Once I have that information, I will let you guys know. I promise. We're really hoping that we'll have applications due sometime in October, so that we can interview hopefully end of October, early November, and hopefully have it figured out before Thanksgiving who's going to be selected for the spring position. So then you'll be able to plan accordingly. Okay, so as I said, that's all I know at the time. We're working out details on it. If you guys have any questions about any of the information that I've presented in the video, just let me know, and I will be happy to share it with you, as much as I know anyway, or answer any questions, or I'd love to hear any suggestions that you have. Other than that, guys, have a great semester, and as always, let me know if you need anything.